Good morning again. I promise I'm not going to make it a habit of you having to listen to me on video every day during second period, but um, I did think that it was important for me to get um, on this video again today, just to review a couple of areas that I wanted to review with you guys before you started thinking about your resolutions that will be part of tomorrow's activity. So, remember what I shared with you yesterday was that my resolution was to be more is gratitude and patience, to be more grateful when things are going right, and to be patient when things are not. And so, um, to that end, I can tell you that one of the primary or main sources of frustration for you as students centers around the big R word. And if you're wondering what that big R word is, it's centered around rules. From the start of time, I think teenagers and adults have not necessarily um, gotten along or been on the same page when it came to rules. And so, for about 5 minutes today, I really wanted to give you credit for some areas where you've gotten um, shown improvements from last year, and then still just really address some of the common areas where teenagers as a whole tend to run into some trouble here and there, and I really want to give you a chance to reflect on how you're doing and grade yourself on a few of these things. Um, uh, First and foremost, I think it's important for us to understand that we have these rules for one reason and one reason only. It's to keep us safe, because when we're in a safe school, we are able to learn. We're able to feel safe, and then therefore be great ourselves. But rules are not the reason why adults were placed in schools or here on this earth. We really want to make sure that, though, that these rules um, uh, do provide the right environment for all of you uh, to be your best. So, a couple of things that I think need to be addressed. And again, please remember, um, I can't expect you to be perfect, but I do need you guys to be intentional about making the right choices um, uh, before you even get to school. And so that's going to lead me to my first item, which is dress code. Um, Yesterday, we had about 95%, is it higher than that? Probably 98% of you in dress code. It was great. It was great seeing you come back from break in dress code. There was a couple of issues, and the main ones are that we've been focusing on and will continue to focus on are very fixable. One is making sure that we are not wearing sweatpants unless you are in that specific athletic period, but that you get back into your regular pants or jeans um, afterwards. So making sure that you are in dress code is going to be key there, and going along with that, making sure that hoodies stay off of your head, and only if you're outside that you put them back on. The other area, and this is again an area that I think can be easily fixed, is tardies. We've walked this campus. We need to make sure that you get from point A to point B in less than 5 minutes. So, by all means, I understand you want to talk to your friends. Do it as you're walking to class. There's no reason for, if you're on the second floor, for you to have to go down to the first floor to go back up to the second floor to get back to your same class. Um, get to where you're going, as quickly as possible, and you won't have any adults hounding you to move on, or get through the hallway faster. Which leads me to, when that does happen, a thing that we really want to make sure does not happen is we turn a little problem into a big problem. And usually that happens at home and at school for the same reason. It's when you ignore your parents or ignore the teachers. If a teacher asks you to, please move along, guys, let's go, get to your class, just start moving. It's going to make everything a lot easier. Um, as far as that goes, the the bathroom will also be is part of that, right? Please make sure that you are, if you need to go to the bathroom, but it's not a place for you to hang out. And real talk, there's sort of nasty. Like, let's not hang out in the restroom. It's not the cleanest place in the school, obviously. And then finally, when you are at lunch, please make sure that you are in your designated spots. Make sure you are, if you're supposed to be in the cafeteria, that you're in a seat. And if you're supposed to be outside, that you're outside. The last thing we want is to create an issue where you are supposed to be in the cafeteria or you're supposed to be outside and you're roaming the hallways, because that's how we end up um, getting in trouble. And so, on that note, you guys have gotten a lot better this year regarding social media issues. Y'all are sort of learning how to navigate that a little bit better. Fighting is way down. I'm 43 years old. I learned a long time ago that fighting is not the way to handle things. It's just going to make you miserable as an adult if that is your first instinct. So I'm glad to see that those are way down. We can always be better, but I enjoy seeing that. And then for the most part, tardies have gotten better. We're down to probably about 50 students or so that are still having trouble, but that means that we have over 1,100 of you that are doing a really good job. And so thank you for doing that as a whole. Um, a lot of the times we do focus on the negative when it comes to rules and regulations. And so as we start getting past this today's lesson, we're going to move into um, more positives as we head into this second period advisory time, this Bronco time, and make sure that we're focusing on the things that are going right. So thank you for giving me these last 7 minutes of your attention, and we'll do our activity now. Have a good day.